Good afternoon, you know what time it is. Starbucks pickup and a hot topic that I want to discuss. So, figured I'd discuss this over coffee. And I hope you get something out of it. So, gonna get a cold brew today. No lemonade mixed with the pre-workout. I'm just gonna get a cold brew with vanilla sweet cream. I've been kind of digging that lately. So, don't know what episode of the podcast this is. I believe it's 4. I'll have to, when I finish the video, I'll go back and look and get that put on. So, yeah. Just hang tight.
Hey there, thank you for choosing Starbucks. My name is Kimmy. What's yours?
Hey Kimmy, my name is Brad.
Hey Brad, what can we get started for you today?
Can I just get a tall cold
Hey
brew
Brad.
with vanilla sweet cream?
A tall cold brew vanilla sweet cream?
Yes, ma'am, with just light ice.
Alrighty, and nothing in the cold brew, right?
The vanilla sweet cream.
Oh, okay, I got you. My bad. So tall vanilla sweet cream, cold brew. Did you want foam on it or no? Just as comes.
No, just as it comes.
Alright, just a little light ice.
Yep, thank you.
Anything else for you today?
No, ma'am.
That's gonna be $4.76. Be at the window, Brad.
While we're waiting, did you know that every point was $1 spent? I didn't know that. Somebody told me and I didn't believe them. So, I have currently spent, if that's true, which I think it is because I've asked a worker, but just in case it's not, I'm just going to say, if it is, I spent $291. Now, that's not like in a short amount of time. It's been over a few months, so. If you're not getting your points, what are you doing?
$4.76. You doing good, Brad?
Hey, how you doing, Kimmy?
Doing pretty good.
Good.
There you go.
Thank
Want
you.
a straw?
No, ma'am.
Here you go.
Sweet.
Y'all
Have a nice day. Alright, so Starbucks times the Brad Cuevas podcast. We have the beverage and we have the topic, and here we go. So my buddy, I'm friends with this guy from high school. He works out a good bit. And so he hit me up last week. He was like, you should do video at home gym working out versus at the gym. So I was like, man, that's a really good idea. I don't think I've ever really talked about that. So, we recently just had a baby. I have a son now. He's going to be 8 weeks old this week. He'll be 2 months old on April 22nd. So he was born February 22nd at 2:48 a.m. And, with that came a lot of changes. I'm into fitness. I like to run. I like to lift weights. But you kind of gotta, life changes certainly when you have a baby. Whatever you knew before, it can still be that, but you have to alter it, even if it's just changing the time of day when you do stuff. So I was typically a get up in the morning. If I work that morning, I'm up running by 5:30 latest. If it's a very short run, 3, 4, 5 miles. If it's longer, then I'm running by 5, 4:45, so forth and so on. And then I would lift it in the evening. Well, if I worked that evening or I was off, I would just be up about 6:37, have my coffee, use the restroom, and get to the gym about 9:30, 10:30, around that time, and that was life for like the past, I guess, 6 years since I've been in my profession. So, something to that nature. Well, I recently collected some weights. I say recently, I guess a couple years ago, I collected like some very minimal equipment for home, and it's probably like 185 pounds worth of weights. And didn't really like the whole working out at home type of deal. I don't know if it's because I didn't have the equipment, didn't have the space, but remember how I said things change when you have that child. So I still wanted to maintain my level of fitness, and even though the volume's been reduced because we're just adjusting to having a baby, and I'm maybe not running an hour at a time, maybe 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes, 50 minutes, and then lifting in the evening or, immediately after something light. That's kind of where we are now. And what I did was, okay, if I'm going to run less, I got these weights at home. I kind of need to make it count. So I just do a lot more reps, focus on form, maybe kind of take the rest periods in between, make them a little bit less. And I'll be honest with you, I've been getting solid workouts. And the hardest part was just kind of locking in to being like, okay, well, there's nobody here. I'm in the spare bedroom in my house, and there's not going to be any social hour. But that leads me to the next point. So the benefit of not having a social hour is you can kind of lock in, you can get way more focused. And I noticed that a few years ago with running. Like, when I ran in town primarily, like, runs would be great, but I always be starting like 15, 20, 25 minutes later because I see somebody, I'm social, and like to talk, have a good time, boom, onto the run. But it pushed everything back. So I learned, and I actually hated running on my road for the longest. And now I love running at home because I can get the run done, and I can get to the gym, or now I can get to the back bedroom and get that workout in. So the benefits to working out at home is there's not going to be as much socializing, obviously. But once you lock in, you can get focused, and you can work out a little bit longer, actually, because you take away, even if it's like, my drive to the gym was like 13 minutes to and from. So 13 minutes to, 13 minutes from. That's 26 minutes, 25 minutes extra of lifting. And you can really kind of lock in and make some gains with that. With the gym, I mean, obviously there's social, but obviously it kind of takes a little more time from you. So, they got more equipment unless you're just balling and you have a big building with a whole bunch of weights. I mean, it's kind of like, you can do everything you can at home that you can't at the gym. It's just, you may have to take some time to collect the equipment, get it set up the way you want it. So that's gym versus home. I think at home you can lock in, you can get focused. The hardest part is just realizing, okay, my space is confined, I don't have as much equipment, and it's just focusing. And once you get focused, I was talking to another buddy yesterday, and he's about to have another child, and we were kind of agreeing on the same thing. Once you have a kid, like, you can still grind and get the work in, but you probably kind of got to have a setup at home too as well. So, yeah. At home, you can lock in and focus. Not as much social, but that's okay because you save time, and you can actually work out a little bit more. Gym, it's nice to be social. They got more equipment, more space, but, when you add an extra person to the house, these are the things you do, and they're actually for the better. So, cold brew, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. See you in the next one.